Hey, good morning, everyone. I'm still trying to figure out this whole situation. There we go. We got the graphics up. We're ready to go here live today, but welcome to Midday Picks. I'm your host, Mindy, with Tiffany Mantz. And of course, we're going to start bringing you some pretty cool stuff. We're going to go ahead and give you some game props. We're going to give you maybe a couple parlays and some same game parlays here to start your afternoon off right here. Because with Tony's Picks, we are the leader in how sports betting is moving along in the industry. And that's where we're going to be headed. So shortly at Tony's Picks, we will have props and, of course, parlays available for sale. So we're pretty happy with Tony, again, being the leader in the industry. And so that's what we're going to do is we're going to start you off right here today. And we're going to go ahead and do some we'll just say Thursday night football. And of course, before we get started, make sure you like and subscribe and make sure you click on the bell to get the latest notifications because you never want to miss out when we go live here every day. All right. So Tiffany, there is this big game here tonight. It's the Giants versus the San Francisco 49ers. And I'm guessing that you have some plays here for us today. So why don't you start us off? What you got?
I'd like to first start with, you know what else it is? It's BOGO Wing Night. And I think it's your turn to buy. So
that is probably true. Because last time you totally, psyched me out with getting some Carolina Reapers. That was just no fair. That's all I got to say. I don't really like the hot stuff. You can handle it. To me,
you need to toughen up.
Jeez. I can definitely buy wings tonight. I can buy the Sauce Gardner.
I do like the Sauce Gardner.
Like the Asian zing and the spicy barbecue mixed together.
Yeah, mixed together. Yeah, it's pretty good. Maybe we could get a Buffalo Wild Wings sponsorship. I mean, we do eat that regularly.
True, because we, I do prefer the boneless over the bone-in.
Yes, that's why Thursday night football and boneless wings are a fantastic combo.
Yeah, forget Tuesdays. I mean, that's boring.
Yes, there's no football on, and who wants a bone? So anyway, 49ers Giants. It's going to be a fun game. When we were looking at the apps, one of the things we do, I do most of my betting through BetMGM. I find that they give me enough compensation for bonus bets. Tonight, I got same game insurance for Thursday night for a parlay. Up to $50. And so I will certainly bet that because to me, it's free money. And if I lose, if I get my $50 back in a bonus bet, you get to play that, one way. And so then if I lose tomorrow, I'll make a more conservative bet. But today I'll put that $50 on a parlay and try to pad my bank account.
Bankroll. That's right.
There's a couple of them that we're looking at. This one is actually on FanDuel first that we're looking at. The parlay that they're recommending here is 49ers minus 6.5, Deebo Samuel with anytime touchdown, and Christian McCaffrey over 49.5 yards. I think those are all pretty safe bets. Christian McCaffrey's averaging 130 yards a game. I mean, I don't think 79.5 is anything you could even question. I think that'll be an easy run for him. Especially when the defense for the Giants is 30th place. Yeah, they're not the best. I think he's going to run all over the place today. My boy Deebo, I think he's going to run all over the place today too. He's such a great player. I mean, he can run, he can catch.
Well, he single-handedly holds up your fantasy team. I'm just going to say that right now.
Generally, yes. I'm a big fan. But yeah, so he scored in every game so far this year. To me, especially if Ayuk is going to be out tonight, which we won't know till game time, I definitely think he'll be in the end zone again. And then the other one at the Niners winning by 6.5. I think the line is actually 10.5 if you bet it straight. But they're averaging 13-point win over their competitors. Again, the Giants, they had a good show last week. I mean, we didn't count them out against Arizona. They actually came back. They looked decent. But I just don't know that would be enough against this 49ers team. Compared to the Cardinals, it's a different story. So I think that's a reasonable bet. And that's at plus 404. So You bet $10, you'll get 40. So I mean, I think that's a good risk right there.
Yeah. So what do we got again? We'll say it again here for the folks. We got 49ers minus 6.5. McCaffrey over 79.5, and Debo anytime touchdown. So those would be your 3 picks for your same game parlay. And it sounds like you got that at what, plus 404 odds, you said?
Yeah, that's at FanDuel.
All right, cool. Yeah, so I mean, I see Ron out here. He has something that looks like pretty similar, right? He said 49ers put up 30 points in their first 2 games. Giants without Saquon. Give me the 49ers minus 13.5. He even likes it by more, winning by 2 touchdowns. And of course, he liked your prop too there, Tiffany, with 78.5 rushing yards. So good job there. All right.
Yeah, I think,
go ahead.
Yeah, as I said, I think the Giants are definitely going to miss Saquon tonight. So I think it's going to be a pretty easily handled win by the 49ers.
Well, I mean, it's also one of those, like, you can't get down by 20 like they did versus the Cardinals and expect to come back. Here, it's hard to come back on a 49ers team with that defense that ranks second in all of the NFL here right now. But yeah, it's one of those then too. I mean, the way I would look at it is there is that profit boost there on FanDuel as well, right? So you can take San Francisco right now. You can use that 50% profit boost, and it's kind of the same thing that you're looking at. You can get that at minus 6.5 right now, sitting at minus 125 odds. I would go ahead and take that there for, an easy victory. But TJ is coming in and he said, oh, wait a second, you guys, I kind of like the Giants plus 10 here for me. And that's the thing, like, it's going to be interesting because, we do modeling with all of these games, right? And we have, it's called Bet the Number is one of the things that we look at, right? So it's basically where line setters have put the line. So it opened at minus 9.5, and then it's where all the sharps are on, right? So they move that line now to minus 10.5. And when that line does go up like that, a lot of times this is kind of a road dog situation, a road dog victory. So it's one of those, like, TJ may be onto something there as well. And that's why we're kind of saying, hey, why don't we just go ahead and buy down this line a little bit? We know that the 49ers are better. But, when we have the Bet the Number in there, we know that there is an opportunity for the Giants to sneak in there. It is out of the last 14 times that a line is open at minus 9 and moved to minus 10.5, that road dog has covered 11 out of the 14 times. So again, trends are sometimes made to be broken, but just want to go ahead and put out all of the information there as well. So we're going to go ahead and, I know that you talked about your other same game parlay that you have. And I think this one you said was at MGM. So let's go ahead.
Well, this is a same game parlay, and it's a boosted.
That's right. This is just the one-time booster. Gotcha.
Yeah, it's a boosted parlay. So from plus 165 to plus 200. And this one I like, and I'm actually going to bet it. I'll click on my app right now and bet it. This is George Kittle to record 3+ receptions, 49ers to win by 6.5, and less than 53 total points. Right. With this one, I like the George Kittle stat because, well, he's currently only averaging 4 targets, but you know what? The dude catches 80%. So even if he gets 4 targets, we can probably count on him catching 3. So I mean, I think that he's the best tight end out there. Well, I mean, that was totally a mistake because we all know it's Travis Kelce, but
right.
But no, but he's
totally, I mean, dating Taylor Swift here.
Where's I made a note here. But the Giants, their defense, they allowed the 9th most receptions by tight ends. And so I think that, again, and especially with Ayuk being out too, I mean, I think there's going to be some targets there. And I think he's going to make those 3 catches. And then the 49ers plus 6, again, I think without Saquon, I think they're going to win this. And then less than 53. Again, I don't think the Giants are going to score a whole lot of points. I think that we'll be all right with the 53.
The 49ers defense only allows 15 points a game max. And now you're looking up with this Giants team that was pretty woeful until the second half. They went 6 quarters without scoring. So I think it is going to be a little bit difficult there.
And that's why I was also kind of looking at for a player prop. It's Daniel Jones over 37.5 rushing. I think he's going to be scrambling a lot. So I think he'll be, I think he'll make his 37.5 yards rushing tonight too. So I think I'm going to bet that as well.
All right. Awesome. All right. So we're going to transition here a little bit into some Major League Baseball. So we're going to go ahead and give you another little fun, stepped up, same game parlay. So with this one here, we're going to take a look at the, would be the Milwaukee Brewers versus the St. Louis Cardinals here, right? So this one here, how these, stepped up parlays work, like say on DraftKings here, you have to have minus 500 odds, right, per game. So you have to look at something that's not like, say, minus 750. They cut you off at minus 500. And then, of course, the same game parlay odd overall has to be plus 100 or more, or you're not allowed to use these boosters. But what we're going to do here is with our modeling for Major League Baseball, right, we do some EPA work on totals, right? So it's basically how we layer offensive, defensive efficiencies plus how many pitches are made and what, it's all these fun little, stats that we put together into our super secret formulas. But this should be a closely rated game here between Mikolas and, I was going to say Miley. It is Miley. Then I was thinking, wait, maybe it's Wiley. No, it's Miley. All right. What we're going to do is we're going to take a look at some of these odds. Now, we have kind of always talked about that. Hey, we don't really play too many, parlays. But what we're going to do is we're going to give you some that we think that are pretty conservative here for the most part. That you can go ahead and use with a little bit of booster and get you back to close to even money because we want you to win. I know it's fun to do the Ron Han and always win like $1,000 on the same game parlays, but we're a little bit more conservative than that. And so that's what we're going to look at here today. So what we're going to do, the first play is we are going to take the St. Louis Cardinals at plus 3.5 runs on an alternate run line. So that's sitting at minus 475. And then we are also going to go ahead and take the Brewers at plus 2.5 runs there at minus 380. And then we're going to take Miley at plus 2 walks because this dude walks a ton of folks. He walks at least 3 every game. I mean, like you can't find another game where he hasn't had less than 3. It's usually 3 or 4 or 5. So we're going to go ahead and take the Miley plus 2 walks at minus 120. So again, this puts us at plus 210, right? And then with the odds booster, that takes us up to 252, where $20 pays you, $50.40. Again, it's not one of those that's much, but we want to give you some pretty conservative plays. We have this modeled out really close. That's why we're taking those extra run lines in there. So we'll go ahead and I already put this one in. This is in there. It's in my system. It's in my bet. So you can go ahead and join along with us if you would like. And then one more thing here tonight, there is college football. I know that might surprise you because the big thing is usually the NFL here. But for Thursday night, we also have Coastal Carolina and Georgia State playing. Coastal Carolina here is at home. And what we're going to do is just, we can kind of start to do some modeling for EPA, but we usually like to get to about week 4. So we're kind of moving a little bit fast here. But the data is pretty good. We're hitting at 82% straight up, only 52% right now against the spread, because again, we don't have a lot of data here for modeling, right? So actually, we're going to go ahead and take Coastal Carolina here. They're laying 7. I have them winning by 9.95 points, so almost 10 points versus Georgia State. And a lot of that has to do with their efficiencies here thus far, right? So right now, where we're looking at here with Coastal Carolina, they're sitting at 55th best defense in all of college football with the 38th best offense. And we have a Georgia State team that we know that they play well offensively, but not so much on the defensive side. So I'm going to go ahead and take Coastal Carolina versus Georgia State. So those are some of our same game parlays, some player props here for tonight. So hopefully you enjoyed them. So Tiffany, tell us what you got over here at Tony's Picks on the site here today.
I've always got a 3-pack of baseball, so I got some MLB for $25. And then today, my guaranteed best bet is on the total for tonight's football game. So if you want that number, go check it out.
Only $15 for those. Same thing. I'll be putting out my best bet for the NFL tonight. And of course, we'll also do a 3-pack of Major League Baseball. So you can definitely go ahead and get those packages over at Tony'sPicks.com. Make sure you always use the promo code TonyT at checkout there as well. Because, we're conservative bettors. We want to find just the right buckets. We want to hit at 70 plus win percentage. So over the year, we, come out ahead. And we're hoping to go ahead and give you guys some tricks of the trade here as well. But want to say hi to Matt D also. Matt D, Tiffany, is from Colorado, so he might be a Broncos fan.
That's okay. I mean, he's wrong, but he can be a Broncos fan.
Right. But yeah, we like to have fun because, of course, we're Chiefs fans here.
Well,
and
I'm also in the survivor for NFL on MGM, and I was thinking about taking the Dolphins as my guaranteed win this weekend against the Broncos. We'll see.
I took the Dolphins versus the Patriots as my guaranteed win last night. So they're all done for me. Yeah, right. All right, you guys. Well, we will be back again tomorrow with some fun stuff for your Friday slate. Oh, Matt, he says we're beating the Chiefs this year. What? There's lots of people that are saying that. I remember some folks that were like, the Bengals are winning the Super Bowl, which they could, but
the Chiefs need to get their stuff together. But I don't know. Like Russell Wilson, like he had like 3 or 4 plays, and I was like, oh, he might be back, but that was like 3 or 4 plays. So
right. All right, you guys have a good day. We'll see you guys tomorrow. We'll have some more player props from you. So be ready. Get your apps out there. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye.
Bye-bye.